It's time for you to get up, will win. It's time for you to reactivate your finances, your health. Are you ready to get your life? Well, this is your moment. Ready to get your life back on track? Get up. What are you doing? It's your time to reactivate.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Reactivate the Moment. This is Marques Ford. I am here to help you change your lifestyle, change your way of thinking, change the outcome of your situation, you to reactivate the moment and make every moment count. Thank you for joining me here, where we are live every Monday night at 8 p.m. sharp, where on Mondays at 8 we reactivate. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I need you to do me a favor. I need everybody to like, comment, share the broadcast. Like, comment, and share the broadcast. I need you to make sure you let everybody know what goes down right here every Monday night at 8 p.m. Like, share, and comment on the broadcast. Also, if you have not done so already, go ahead and subscribe and follow all of my social media handles: Marques Ford, Reactivate the Moment, M423 on Instagram, and Reactivate the Moment on Instagram as well. Please make sure you're letting everybody know what goes down right here every Monday night at 8 p.m. Before I get started, I want to thank each and every one of you for your congratulatory posts and sharing the post of me being named assistant pastor of the Covenant Church. It was an absolutely monumental moment in the history of my life and the history of the Covenant Church's life as well. Give a shout out to my pastor, Pastor Quincy LaBelle Carswell II, for seeing what showed him and installing me and making me the assistant pastor. It is a great feeling, and I can't wait to get to work. Covenant, strong covenant. I love you, and I promise you I won't let you down. With that being said, I want to go ahead and deep dive into today's topic, but before I do that, I want to go ahead and show you guys this commercial break.
This is Tammy, host of The Power Up on the We Empowered Network. Join me every Friday at 12 noon as we discuss news, purpose, and perspective.
Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you check out Tammy Hill. She has a great show. I was a part of her show at one point in time, and I'm going to be on there again. I'm excited to be a part of her show. Every time we have it, it is great. It is a great opportunity. But I want to get deep dive into today's topic. It's basically saying that your purpose is not tied to anyone that left you. Your purpose is not tied to anyone that left you. You can change the word purpose and put whatever you want in there. You can say your peace is not tied to anyone that's left you. You can say your finances aren't tied to everyone that's left you. You can say whatever you want. You can put whatever you have in your mind, whatever you're going through right now, in that spot of purpose. But I want to talk about purpose tonight, because what I want to talk about is the importance of your purpose. I want to talk about the importance of what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're trying to do, everything you're trying to accomplish. I want to deep dive into that. And what we have to understand is that when we speak of our purpose, we are speaking simply of something that is meant to not only carry us through, carry us over, but something that is meant to get over a hump that we're facing. It is something, your purpose is meant for you to be successful. Your purpose is meant for you to catapult yourself into an awesome future. Your purpose is meant for you, and is definitely directly tailor-made for you to do great things. So when I say your purpose is not tied anyone that left you, I'm simply telling you and letting you know that your purpose, whoever left you hanging, whoever left you out to dry, whoever turned their back on you, guess what? They have nothing to do with your future. They have nothing to do. With what it is you're trying to accomplish. They have nothing to do with what it is you're trying to overcome. What it is you're trying to make happen. Because what happens is we get too caught up. We get too caught up about the people that are in our lives that we sometimes lose focus on the purpose that's on our life. I'm gonna say it again. We get too caught up, some of us now, we get caught up with the people that are in our lives that we sometimes lose focus of the purpose that's on our life. I need for you to understand me tonight that your purpose is meant for you to do great things. Your purpose is not meant for you to bring everybody with you. Your purpose is not meant for you to let everybody hang on your coattail. Your purpose is not meant for you to let everyone to just feed off of what you're of what you're gaining, to feed off what it is that you're accomplishing. Because all you're doing is you're allowing certain people, not everybody, but you're allowing certain people to know and to learn how to treat you. In other words, if you continue to allow people to hang on your coattail now, if you continue to allow people to hang off what you're giving, to live off the residue of your blessings, to live off the residues of your breakthrough, what you're doing is you're allowing them to stay on for longer than they should. You're allowing them to stay on for longer than they need to be. In other words, they like to call them in the scientific world, in nature world, they call them leeches. Just to be honest. So if you're allowing these people to leech off of your blessing, if you're allowing these people off of the things that you earn, that you worked hard for, you're just allowing them to treat you the way that to treat you. Forgive me. You're allowing them to treat you in the way that they want to treat you. When in actuality, you have the power to allow anyone to get away from you. You have the power to allow people to stay in your life, and you have the power to allow people inside or into your life. But you have to realize that the people that are leaving you, the people that are walking away from what, they aren't tied to your future. They aren't tied to where you're going. They aren't tied to the destiny that's before you. In other words, the people that have left you, guess what? It was their time for them to go. But our problem is we are holding on to things. We are holding on to people. We are holding on to even places that have reached their expiration date. But we're holding on to them because that they are beneficial to us, or we think that we can be beneficial to them. I'm gonna say this. Try to make it abundantly clear. You can't help everybody. It's just that simple. If you believe it, type it in the comment section. I can't help everybody. I mean, everybody isn't meant to be helped by you. I know you want. I know you want to be the nice person. I know you want to be I know you're gonna be the person that the bigger person. I know you want to be the person that lends a helping hand. You know, you want to be the good Samaritan. But every now and again, you can tell somebody no. You can tell somebody no, not today. You can tell somebody no, I don't feel like it. You can tell somebody no, I don't want to. Or you can just simply say no. It's just that simple. Our problem is that we want to help somebody so much because we feel like that it's a requirement for us. You're not required to help everyone. Now, you can help certain people. If it's in you to be a helper, like me, I'm the person that helps everybody. I try to lend a helping hand everywhere I go. I try to be the person to lend a helping hand and stick my hand out and say, hey, man, you know, I can help you. I can do, even when I know I can't, even when I know I'm not supposed to, I can still try to help somebody. But every now and again, you got to tell some people, no, it's okay. It's okay to say no sometimes. It's okay to say no, not right now. It's okay to say, no, I can't do it right now. I got to get to a point. We have to get to a point where we tell each other, hey, man, I can't do it. But guess what? It doesn't make you look like a bad person. It doesn't make you look like a bad person. We don't want to tell somebody no because we don't want to look like the bad guy. Guess what? You're not the bad guy. The reason why you think you're the bad guy, the reason why you think you're not a good person is because you put that on yourself. You feel like that you're the bad guy. You feel like that you're the bad person. You feel like that you should have done more than what you could. But in actuality, you did just enough by being present. Sometimes our presence is enough. Sometimes us just being there is enough. Sometimes us just being a listening ear or a shoulder to cry on is just enough. But don't let them get you twisted. Don't let them get you twisted. In other words, don't let them think just because you are that listening ear, Don't let them think just because you are their shoulder to cry on. Don't let them think you are that friend that's just always there when you need them. Don't let you twist it. Because what happen is that they'll take advantage of that shoulder. They'll take advantage of that helping hand, and they'll take advantage of you, which will cause you to go down into a spiral of saying, man, why couldn't I have done more? Why didn't I do more? But guess what? I'm here to tell you, guess what? Your purpose wasn't meant to stay there. Your purpose was meant for that particular reason, for that particular season. But your purpose is not tied to them. Your purpose is not meant for them. Your purpose is for you. Whatever your purpose is, whatever it is that you're called to do, whatever it is that you're supposed to do, whatever it is that you have your mind set to do, whatever it is that you have your mind a program to be, the future places that you want to go, the future places that you want to be, you have to understand it's not tied to anybody that has left you. I like what Doris just said. Doris just said, don't take people for granted. People take us for granted too much. People take you for granted too much because they know that when they call on you, you're coming. They know that when they call on you, you're going to be there. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But every now and again, if you can't do something, don't do it. Because what you do is you pull from yourself that you won't even have enough energy, enough mindset, enough enthusiasm, enough vigor to keep pushing to what you're trying to do. And guess what you end up doing? You end up losing hope for yourself. You end up losing your tenacity for your future. You end up losing certain things to benefit you. I heard somebody say today, they said that in order for you to get to a destination, in order for you to get somewhere, in order for you to get to a place of that benefits you, you have to depart from somewhere. You have to depart from something. In other words, I can't get up out of this chair, or I can't go across the room to get the remote unless I leave my chair. I can't go downstairs to get me something to eat unless I leave my chair. I can't go to work unless I leave my house. In other words, in order for you to get to a place, into a place that's a destination for you, that's a goal for you to reach, that's an accomplishment for you to have, you have to leave something behind. In other words, in order for you to get to a place where people aren't getting on your nerves, in order for you to get to a place where the leeches that have been leeching off of you, in order for you to get to a place where they aren't leeching you off of you anymore, you have to leave them. You have to depart from something to gain something. I need you to put that in the comment section for me. Something to gain something, meaning I have to move out of the place that I'm in order to move forward to the place that I need to be. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but I need you to understand me clearly. In order for you to get to the place that you're supposed to be, in order for you to get to the purpose that you're supposed to have, in order for you to get to the goal that you're supposed to achieve, in order for you to get the breakthrough that you're supposed to have, for you to get to the blessing that you've been prayed for, that you've been praying for, and that you're desired to have, and that is supposed to be the desire that you've been seeking, you have from somewhere. You have to move from something, and you have to move from certain people. It's important that we realize that. It's important that we realize that we have to move from certain people. It's important that we realize that we have to move from certain things. It's important that we realize that we have to move from certain places. In other words, because if you sit there long enough, if you reside in that place long enough, if you reside in that situation long enough, guess what? You're going to become accustomed to being that situation. In other words, the situation that you're in, the heartache that you're experiencing, the pain that you're experiencing, the frustration that you're experiencing, the crying that you've been doing all night, sadness that you've been experiencing, the losing your mind that you've been experiencing, guess what? It's going to engulf you. It's going to engulf you to the point where you're going to become that. You're going to become heartache. You're going to become pain. You're going to become suffering. You're going to become frustration. And guess what happens when you do that? You lose sight of your purpose. When you become something, that you're not designed to be, you end up becoming exactly what it is that you're in. So if you don't believe me, take an example. Take a look at what you're in. Take a look at what you're dealing with. Because a lot of us are dealing with something right about now. Take a look at the situation that you're in. Take a look at the circumstance that you're experiencing. And look around, look at yourself and take an inventory and look around what's happening. Look around what's going on. Look around you. Look at the people that are around you. Look at the places that you're going to. Look at the things that you're experiencing. Just take an inventory real quick, a mental inventory. Not physically, but take a mental inventory of what it is that you're experiencing. And I want you to take a good, long, and hard look at what it is. And I want you to understand that if you keep looking at that long enough, then that's what you're going to become. But in order for you to not become those things, you have to walk away from certain things, walk away from certain people, and walk away from certain places. Why? Because you allowed them to become tied to who you are. You've allowed them to become tied to what you're doing. You've allowed them to become tied to where you're going. But in order for you to get to where you're going, you have to leave something behind. You can't sit in that situation too long, or you'll become what that situation is. You sit in that circumstance too long, you'll never get to where you're going. In other words, I put it to you like this. The longer you sit in it, the longer you dwell in it, the longer you dwell on it, the longer you allow yourself to create a residency there. A residency there, meaning you're residing in that thing. Guess what? You'll bring about the thing called procrastination. You'll be procrastinating because you won't be so focused on your future anymore. You'll be talking about and thinking about what you're in. And guess what? Your future is sitting ahead of you, and people are passing by you. People are walking by you. People are flying by you. They're getting blessed before you. They're getting promotions before you. They're getting raises before you. And you can't seem to figure out why you're not getting that raise. You can't seem to figure out why you're not getting that purpose. That promotion is because you are allowing certain things, certain people to continue to stay latched on for you too long. And what happens is they end up putting on the same thing that you're putting on. So not only, here it is, not only are they latching onto you, but what they're doing is they're feeding off of what you have. They're taking your energy, they're taking your joy, they're taking everything that you've been focused on. They're taking everything that you've been working towards, and what they're doing is they're putting on a disguise of you. They're putting on a disguise, and what they're doing is they're being disguised as you, and the promotion and the blessing that's meant for you is coming to them. Why? Because they look like you, they talk like you, they walk like you, they even act like you. And because they have on the mantle that you wore, they have on the mantle that you had, they're receiving the things that you're supposed to receive. But your behind is getting mad, you're getting frustrated, you're asking questions, you're confused as to why are they getting what I have. I know they've been suffering because they've been living off of me. I know they didn't have enough because they've been living off of me. I know that they talked about, or they've been talking about me, but I've still helped them. But in order for you to keep going, in order for you to keep pushing, you got to learn to leave them behind. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but I need you to understand me. I need you to leave them behind. Matter of fact, put in the comment section for the people that are going to watch this later to leave it behind. Whatever it is, whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever it is that you're talking about, whatever it is that you're suffering from, whatever it is that's been plaguing your mind, plaguing your body, plaguing your family, plaguing your future, I need you to leave it behind. Because if you allow it to fester, if you allow it to reside in you, if you allow it to be upon you, guess what it does? It'll cause a virus to come into your mind. It'll cause a virus to come into your future. It'll cause a virus to come into your purpose. And what that virus will do is that virus will deteriorate your purpose from the inside out. That purpose that you once had, that tenacity that you once had, that joy that you once had, that vigor that you once had, that belief system that you once had, it will start deteriorating from the inside out. Yeah, it seems like things are looking good. It seems like things are going good, but all of a sudden you start seeing things that you didn't see. You start seeing failures happen in your life. You start seeing finances decrease. You start seeing your health decline. You start seeing people around you fall by the wayside. You start seeing the people that you trusted turn their back on you. You start seeing people that you confided in talking about you. You start seeing people that you thought were your friends. You start seeing them telling all your business. Why? Because you've allowed that virus to come into your purpose and deteriorate you from the inside out. But I'm talking to people tonight that are saying, I'm not going to allow that to happen no more. I'm going to let go of the people that don't mean me any good. I'm going to let go of the people that aren't doing anything for me. I'm going to walk away from the places that aren't benefiting me. I'm going to walk away from the things that aren't building me up. Why? Because my purpose, your purpose, is not tied to anyone that left you. They left you for a reason. It's not because you changed. It's not because you were acting funny. It's not because you weren't doing anything for them. They left you because it was your time to be elevated. Listen, I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but it's your time to be elevated. They left you because it was your time to be elevated. Now here it is. Don't look at it in the sense of they walked away. Look at it as a sense of their look, thank you, Lord. I'm talking to the Lord. Look at it as a sense of they pushed you to your blessing. I'm gonna say it again. Don't look at the people that left you as them walking away. Look at it as a sense of them pushing you to your blessing. Put it like this. It's like when NASA sends the shuttle out into outer space, right? If you look at it, they have the main shuttle, with the wings and all the other stuff where the astronauts are in. Then they have two boosters that help them. I think 2 or 3 boosters that help them lift off, right? And what happens is when they do the countdown, they lift off. You see they go up when they reach a certain altitude, when they reach a certain level, you see the boosters fall off because the boosters serve their purpose. The boosters served their purpose. The boosters pushed them enough to where it gave them enough momentum to keep going, right? Momentum to keep going. So the boosters are falling off. So then once the space shuttle reaches a certain plateau or reaches a certain altitude in space, then it detaches from the other boosters. I think it's the third booster that it detaches up, and now the spaceship is on kind of a cruise control, kind of autopilot type thing. And now the spaceship has its own thrusters because it's in a form. Here it is. It's in a place where there's no gravity. There's no gravity in outer space. You can't breathe. You can't do anything. There's no gravity. But in order for the spaceship to continue to go, and now it is on its own. Now it's pushing and moving on its own, on its own rockets, on its own thrusters. So now it has all these things that were attached to it. Here it is, y'all. It has all these things that were attached to it. They're all gone. They got rid of them. They had to leave because if they couldn't carry them, they couldn't carry the other attachments to them into outer space. They couldn't carry those things with them into outer space because they would not be able to reach the altitude, or they would not be able to reach the destination that it's supposed to reach. I don't know who I'm to tonight, but I need you to understand me. It is time for you to get rid of certain people. It is time for you to release certain people from your life. It is time for you to release certain places from your life. It is time for you to release certain things from your life. Why? Because you won't be able to reach the altitude. You won't be able to reach the destination. You won't be able to reach the future you. You won't be able to reach the goals that you've set. You won't be able to reach the achievements that you want to accomplish unless you get rid of certain things. Because guess what? The reason why you have to get rid of certain things is because they are holding you back and holding you down. In other words, I put it like this. You got to get rid of dead weight. Listen, some of y'all are carrying so much weight. Some of y'all are carrying so much weight that you can't even move because of the dead weight that you carry. It feels like you can't even move. You feel smothered. You feel you feel covered. You feel bombarded. You feel mogged down, weighed down because you can't move out, because you're still allowing those people You're still allowing those people that are tied to you to remain tied to you. Well, here's your word for the night. Here's your word for the night that's going to help you. Cut the rope. Hey, y'all, listen. I'm telling you, cut the rope. I need you to put that in the comment section. Cut the rope. If they won't, hey, look, listen, if they won't cut themselves off, if they won't follow, if they continue to hang on, cut the rope. And then after you cut the rope, here it is. Good Lord. And then after you cut the rope, what happens is, if you've never done it before, if you ever cut a rope off of something, you still see the knot that was tied still on the mechanism or on the whatever feature or on you, for example. You still see it tied right there, right? What that does is that tied knot, that tied rope, or the remainder of that tied rope is a reminder of the people that left. It's a reminder of the progress you made by cutting things off. It's a reminder of what you had to deal with to get to where you're going. It's a reminder of what you had to deal with to get where you are now. It is a reminder to let you know that I cannot allow anybody to be tied to me again longer than they're supposed to. I cannot allow anybody to be tied to me again for a far greater time than they need to. In other words, you can't have people tied to you onto a bungee rope. You ever seen a bungee cord? It's more so elastic, where they drop and they able to bounce back up, but it's still tied on. They bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down. Nah, these people can't be bungee jumping in and out of your life. Stop letting people bungee jump in and out of your life. Stop letting people do that. You can't let people bungee jump in and out of your life. You got to learn how to cut the rope. Hey, if that doesn't reactivate you tonight, I don't know what will. Cut the rope. Your purpose is not tied. It's not tied to the people that left you. So guess what? If they won't leave you, leave them and keep going. Cut the rope, keep pushing. Cut the rope and keep grinding. Cut the rope and keep praying. Cut the rope and keep fasting. Cut the rope and keep going. Don't let the rope stop you. The reason why the rope is stopping you, the reason why the rope is holding you back is because you allow it to. You no longer need to allow the rope to hold you back, especially if you have the power to cut the rope. The reason why we don't want to cut the rope because we're afraid. We're afraid to cut the rope. Why? Because we don't want to lose we don't want to lose the same thing that we've been holding on, because the thing we've been holding on for so long has been of a benefit to us, it seems. But in order for you to get to where you're going, you have to cut the rope. And shoot, I put it like this. If you're scared to cut the rope, untie the knot. Man, untie the knot. Untie it. Because when you untie, I saw it earlier, Tina. When you untie it, you release the rope that's been holding you back. For those of you that don't need a reminder of where you've been, for those of you that don't need an indication, I don't say, I don't need all that. I'm done. Or as you all say, I'm done. I'm done. When you reach that I'm done part of your life, when you reach that I'm done part of where you are, untie the knot and watch it release. And watch not only you release them, but watch them release you. Watch them release you to allow you to soar to higher heights than you could ever imagine. To higher heights than you can ever imagine. All because you regain the strength. You regain the courage. You gain the power to untie your knot and or cut your rope. Cut your rope. Why? Because your purpose is not tied or not meant for anybody that's left, because they left you. But guess what happened? You didn't leave you. And as long as you are under the notion of I got me, I got my back, I can do this, I don't need them, then guess what? Your future is so much brighter than your past will ever be. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time for tonight. I greatly, greatly appreciate every one of you that have tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Drop me some hearts. Drop me some likes. Drop some more comments. If you love the broadcast, go ahead and share it for me. Make sure you tag me and Reactivate the Moment in it as well. Also, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and tag other people that need to hear this word, that need to be encouraged, and reminded that their purpose is not tied to anyone that left them. I appreciate you for tuning in tonight. Make sure you tune in each and every Monday night right here at 8 p.m. Every Monday night we'll reactivate at 8. I want to give a shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. I want to give a shout out to my sister Angela Lewis, Tina, my sister Tina Bridges, my brother Bishop Malcolm, Doris Cole. Who else? Angela Cook. What's going on, Angela? My dear sister from church, Angela Cook. Thank you so much. Chandra Chapman, my college buddy. What's going on, sis? Everybody tuned in. My buddy Patricia Lewis, aka big, because she a little one. But everybody that tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week, same time, same channel, right here on Reactivate the Moment TV on the Win Network, where all we do is win. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Be blessed.